Hello and welcome. My name is Rowan Stuart, and in this video I'm going to talk about my very elaborate live guitar setup. Just kidding, it's just one piece of gear. I'm also going to tell you about why I stopped using guitar amplifiers live and in studio. And later in the video I'm going to perform an instrumental piece on guitar so you can hear what my setup sounds like. So as a guitarist, I've owned many different amps in my career. I think I counted about 9 or 10 different amps that I've owned over the years, and I really enjoyed performing through them. But as a solo performer, my live setup has become increasingly complicated. So it's not uncommon for me to bring my own PA system, 3 guitars, a large loop station, the stands, the cables, even my own lights to a show. So the amps that I started bringing with to shows over time became smaller and smaller to the point where I was using a Fender Super Champ, which is a 110-inch speaker amplifier, and it sounded really good. But one day I was browsing YouTube and I heard some really cool guitar tone, only to find out that it was not coming through an amp at all, but through an inexpensive multi-effects pedal by Zoom with amp simulation, called the Zoom G3Xn. And I was really surprised that a pedal at that price point could compete with amp tone for quality. So I watched a few more videos to find out more and heard some more audio demos and decided to order one of these for myself. And when it arrived and I played through it, I was not disappointed. In fact, I did a recording to compare my amplifier and the pedal, and I found that both sounds were really nice, but the pedal actually sounded a little bit more articulate and clear than my amplifier. So far this is sounding like a lot of anti-amplifier propaganda, but it's not at all. This is just the approach that I've taken. And here are the things that I like the most about using an all-in-one multi-effects pedal with amp simulation. Number one is the size. My Zoom basically just fits in my backpack along with my loop station and cables, so it's really convenient. 2, it has a lot of variety. It's like having several different amps in one unit, and a lot of them sound really good. It also has built-in effects, and they sound really good as well. I can save them as different presets, so I can call them up for different parts of the song. And when I was playing through an amplifier, I didn't have that luxury, so I used to have to run to the back of the stage if I wanted a different sound, quickly duck down, turn a knob, and run to the front and carry on playing the song. So it's eliminated the need for me to do that. Thirdly, my sound has become a lot more consistent from one show to the next. And in fact, if I record with this unit and I like the sound, I can save it and store it on the memory so that when I perform live, I can call up the very same sound that I used on the recording, which is great. Fourthly, without having that guitar amplifier and its speaker on stage, it means that the on-stage balance is a lot more controlled, and out front for the audience, it's more controlled as well, because you don't have that scenario where you're sitting in the audience and the guitarist has an amplifier facing you and you're in the firing line and getting this really bright guitar sound, and that's pretty much all you can hear. So that doesn't happen anymore. And when it comes to the sound quality, I really like the sounds, particularly the clean tones, which are really sparkly, as you'll hear in a bit. And the low to medium gain sounds are quite transparent, and I like that because I like to hear the sound of the guitar. I like single coil guitars like Strats and Tellies, and I like to hear the string and the percussive quality of the sound coming through. The Zoom G3Xn does a really good job of letting those things shine. One of the things I don't like as much about the Zoom is the higher gain sounds. So when I try and turn up the gain, the sound to my ears becomes a bit more fizzy, it breaks up a bit more and starts to sound, I guess, a bit more digital than, say, a Valve amp that I was driving quite hard. This is okay because for my purposes and my music, I don't use a lot of high gain, but if I did need to, I would probably have to look into a different pedal or unit. But if you've got experience with this pedal and you've created really amazing hard rock or metal tones. Let us know in the comments how you achieved that. I'd be quite interested to know. So now I'm going to perform a piece that I wrote. It's an instrumental piece called Kumo's Theme, and I released it last year. It's going to feature two sounds from my Zoom. One is the clean, sparkly sound in the intro of the song, followed by a medium drive sound with some delay for the rest. It sounds like this. That was Kumo's Theme played through the Zoom G3Xn. This video is not intended to convince you to go. I have friends who swear by all valve amps and they get amazing tone, and other friends that have these elaborate pedal boards with all analog boutique pedals. They also get really great tone. But the most interesting thing for me is that I believe if I played through their setups and took my time to tweak the sound how I liked it, I would still sound like me. And likewise, if they played through the Zoom and took some time to tweak the sound, they would most likely sound like they do. It's all about the sound that you hear and have in your imagination. It's about your personal tastes, and whatever path you take to achieve that is the right answer for you. So let us know in the comments what type of guitarist or musician you are. Do you like all old gear and valve amps? Are you the type of player who has a huge pedal board with a million different boutique pedals? Or like me, have you embraced the all digital world of guitar tone for its simplicity and convenience? Perhaps you've even taken it further and you bring a laptop with a whole bunch of cool plugins and that's your live setup for your guitar. Let us know, it'll be interesting to hear. Also, if you'd like help with your guitar playing, bass playing, singing, songwriting, music production, or music direction in general, I'm doing some exclusive one-on-one virtual sessions. So just check out the description of this video for my contact details and let's hook something up. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Keep seeking the sublime tone and stay creative.